heard of the elite counselors who charge more than your school principal's salary just to tell you which college to go to? And guess what? They don't even live in your own town. So where do they live? Who are they? Do they live in Delhi, Bombay, Shanghai, Dubai? Where?
So true. I mean, the education industry is gurgling with these elite counselors who are based out of metropolitan cities, or they could be in Boston or London or Dubai. And these counselors, they offer the families the facility, the service of building profiles for admissions in the global universities, the Ivy Leagues, the top universities. And yes, they do charge a big amount. And in the world where school certificates do not matter as much, these counselors have these unsaid, they're vested with this great power.
I've also heard that these counselors are expanding, or I would say penetrating, to these tier 2 cities like Amritsar. So why are they doing so?
So there are many reasons. Primarily, see, when you want to get your child into an Ivy League college, you need to show your child as a community leader. Now, in a small town, there are smaller communities, so doing community projects, getting letter of recommendations or sifarish chittiyan from the political leaders is kind of easier. So the success rate of tier 2, tier 3 cities is comparatively goes up. Secondly, the families in the small towns, now they have rising aspirations for international education. Also, they have more spending capacity. And let's say that they are still lazy in filling up or going through the application instructions and the heavy literature. So hiring a counselor or an agent is still an easy thing to do for them.
Or maybe these counselors have tie-ups with the Ivy League?
Not officially, because I think any legitimate Ivy League college would never officially give this voucher of admission or an easy right to access to any counselor. But yes, these admission counselors, these education consultants, the elite ones, they pride themselves in having collaboration with, let's say, Ivy League alumni, or with the Ivy League former admission officers who know the process, or they help these colleges get summer school admissions. So in a way, they know the way in. So they can give the guidance which could be indispensable for parents seeking admission in top schools.
But how much do they charge?
So anywhere between 3 lakh to 25 lakh. In fact, the top counselor in the country charges around 2 to 3 lakh for just a half an hour meet.
They must be doing some kind of sorcery for the direct admission then.
That's the thing. There's no sorcery. All they do is they give you this effort plan. When I say effort plan, that means they give you this list of documents and the sources of documents that you need to collect for your child, the exams he needs to go for, the skills he needs to prove as a document, the letter of recommendations, the community projects he needs to do. So they kind of give you the whole list. The effort is all of the parents, and the parents have to be very compliant, otherwise all your money goes down the drain. You have to do what they say.
Yeah, but at this price, what happens to those who can't afford?
Now that's the big situation. These elite counselors are creating a kind of a gap between haves and not haves. In fact, the gap is the Grand Canyon now, because the ones who might be lesser capable or not as much deserving now could get into the Ivy Leagues. Because the big question is, should we allow our education to become this hallway where there is this general gateway, general entrance for the commoners, and this luxury lounge for those who can afford these elite counselors? Contribute to the discussion, and to reach us, click link in the bio. All the best.
All the best.